Hello students. Today we are going to start a new chapter, Air and Water. As we all know that all living beings on our earth need air to breathe and water to drink and wash our things, right? So both these elements are essential to sustain life on this earth. Let's study what is air and more about the components of the air. So, air around us is a mixture of many gases and dust particles. All living things need to breathe air to survive. Yes, if there is no air, then no living things would be able to survive on this planet. We all know that air is a type of matter as it has mass, that is weight, and occupies some space. We can say that air has indefinite shape and volume because it takes the shape of the place wherever they move around. So we can say that air has no color and smell also. So this was a general introduction about the air. Let's understand what type of air is present around the earth. The layer of air present around the earth is called as atmosphere. Basically, it is the layer of gases, different gases which are present around the earth. It's commonly called as atmosphere. You have seen this picture in many of your junior classes books that there are different types of layers: troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. We would be discussing each one of them separately. What are their functions, at what height they are present, and what does these layers consist of. So let's understand the first layer of atmosphere, which is just above the earth's surface, that is troposphere. This is the lowest layer and the closest layer to the earth surface. All the weather changes, whatever the climatic changes are taking place in the troposphere only. So troposphere is the first layer of the atmosphere from the earth's surface, and it is the lowest layer. It is around 20 kilometers, up to 20 kilometers from the earth's surface. All the weather changes which are going around in the climate takes place because of the troposphere only. Next is stratosphere. Second layer of air just above the troposphere, and aircrafts fly in this region. First thing is that aircrafts fly in this region, and second most important thing about the stratosphere is that ozone layer, which is very important layer which protects us from the harmful radiations of the sun, is also present in the stratosphere. So stratosphere is known for two reasons. First, aircrafts fly in this region, and second, ozone layer is present in the stratosphere. One thing I would like to add, the ozone layer absorbs 97 to 99% of sun's ultraviolet light, which otherwise, if it is not there, then it would burn us here on the earth. So ozone layer is very, very important. So stratosphere plays a very important role as it consists of ozone layer. Let's move up more upwards. The third layer is the mesosphere. It is the region above the stratosphere and is about 50 to 85 kilometers away from the earth's surface. It has very low temperature as compared to the other two layers which are quite close to the earth. As we move up, next layer is thermosphere, which is above 85 to 700 kilometers from the earth and is the fourth layer of the atmosphere. And what is the specialty of this layer? That the space shuttles orbits in this region. All the space shuttles of different countries move in this region. Last is the exosphere. This layer is not been defined up to how many kilometers they are. It extends up to thousands of kilometers because it's the last layer, and it has very thin density of the air. It is also the outermost layer, you can say that, of the earth, and the innermost layer would be troposphere. Outermost would be exosphere. So I am again repeating, the layers of atmosphere are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. Let's move further and learn more about the composition of air. Composition of air means that air, we all know that air is a mixture of gases. It is not that only pure oxygen is present in the atmosphere. No, many dust particles, many different type of other gases are also present in the atmosphere. So on an average, scientists have calculated that 78% of nitrogen is present in the air, 21% of oxygen is present in the air, 0.03% carbon dioxide, and 0.97% of water vapor and other gases. Or you can also divide it in the same way, like 78% nitrogen, maximum amount of atmosphere consists of nitrogen. Oxygen 21%, and 1% we can divide amongst carbon dioxide, the like water vapor, other gases, or argon. Different type of gases comes under 1% only. So this composition of air needs to be remembered. Let's learn about the different types of air. That is the oxygen, the components which are present in the air. We know that oxygen is a very, very important component. Oxygen is the most important gas for all living things. To survive, all living things need to breathe. For breathing, they take in oxygen from the surroundings and release carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. This we all know, that oxygen we take in and carbon dioxide we remove from our body. This is the first main use of oxygen. But second main use of oxygen is that it is also used for burning. Yes, oxygen is also used for burning. Next gas we have nitrogen, which is a major component in the composition of air. That is 78%. Living things do not take nitrogen directly from the air. Yes, all the plants do not take nitrogen directly from the air. They get it from the soil, where the nitrogen fixing bacteria are present. And animals get these nitrogen by eating these plants. So plants get nitrogen from the soil, and animals get this nitrogen by eating these plants. More than 90% of all nitrogen fixation is affected by microorganisms, which is called as bacteria. Bacteria is a major component, major role is played by the bacteria for the nitrogen fixation. Carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, as we know, we think that it is not a useful gas because it is not good for our body. No, we are removing out from our body. But the process of making food for plants, that is photosynthesis, is a major component of photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide is used by green plants to prepare their food by the process of photosynthesis. So carbon dioxide, if carbon dioxide is not there, then food will not be prepared by the plants, and if plants do not prepare their food, then animals and human beings would not be able to survive. So all these gases are very, very important. Then we talk about the 1% of gases, that is water vapor. Water vapor, we all know the amount of water vapor present in the air is called the humidity, and presence of water vapor in the air cause weather changes. Yes, definitely. Next we have other gases like the traces means small quantities. Traces of some other gases like ozone, neon, argon and helium are also present in the air. So this was about the air, the composition of air, the layers of the different atmosphere, and we learned about the different gases separately, what is the function of these gases, how we are taking them inside our body or removing them from our body, and what is the use of these gases in the atmosphere. Thank you and have a nice day. I hope you have understood the concept. Please like, share and subscribe my channel.